Hold on for a second, folks.
Concealed carry. You just found your new favorite holster. This is the best holster for concealed carry. It's made for maximum concealment, no matter the occasion. Custom make your dream holster for your.
For those of you wondering, apparently Biden is announcing some gun control plans. He was announcing some kind of new director of the fucking ATF. I fucking hate the ATF. I hate the ATF so bad. But anyways.
All right, guys, KB32 here. Check it out. We're sitting in the Freedom Shack. It's been a while since I've done a political thing because, to be honest with you, I'm disgusted where we are in this country. First of all, this jackass up there in Washington has lost control of everything in the entire free world. Now, he's announcing that he's...
See, that's the thing right there. You talking shit. Everybody's talking shit. You're so sick and tired of Biden and all that. Why don't you just overthrow the tyrannical government if you're so sick and tired of it? At this point, it's nothing but all talk. Everybody's all talk at the end of the day. It's nothing but talk, really. You're so sick and tired of government overreach. How about this? How about you use violence for good and take care of business? But no, you don't have the balls to do anything of that sort.
He's going to nominate this guy named Gettelbach to the ATF, director of ATF, right? Well, the funny part about this whole thing with Gettelbach is that he was a district attorney, and a U.S. district attorney. And also, if you didn't read up on this guy, he was Obama's roommate in Harvard, which is funny to me. Again, here comes a jackass. He nominates people who are not qualified for the position, but basically who he's friends with and everything else. And that's the corrupt BS that we end up with this country, with the bullshit, this stuff at the border, out of control. What's going on in Ukraine? Out of control. What's going on in our country? Out of control. What's going on with the bullshit all around with this jackass and nominating people for the color of their skin versus, you know what, with this Jackson lady. I would have been fine if he just nominated somebody, but he had to make it about the color of skin, which was really disgusting in my book. It just...
It's all part of the social justice warrior bullshit, dude. You should know by now. That's all they do. That's the card that they just play every time. It's always about the color of their skin. I don't know. It's always about race. I mean, come on, dude. You should know better than that. Coda Boy 32 Tactical. You should know better than that. Don't act all surprised. It's nothing new. It's always about racism and that other bullshit. It's nothing but social justice warrior bullshit. Anyways.
Unreal. So, anyway, I've been saying all these things about David Hogg and all the other stuff.
Yeah, David Hogg, you're a piece of shit.
Obama. Biden is getting ready to announce this big, huge thing on gun control. Oh, by the way, yes, I finished up the 4 builds with the exception of the trigger system and the butt stocks, and those are coming in on Thursday, which I'll be doing a full review. We're going to go be doing shooting the following week with those guys, so it should be a lot of fun. So
then instead of bitching about the government overreach, how about you go out there and shoot your gun at the range? Why not just do that? If you're not going to get violent to overthrow a tyrannical government and use the Second Amendment for its intended purposes, since you're not going to do any of that, just go out there and shoot your guns at the range. Simple.
Anyway, let's talk about this thing. Yeah, he's going to be making a huge announcement tomorrow, a phenomenal amount. Oh my God, it's going to be incredible. This huge announcement that he's going to be doing with the help of David Hogg and all the other BS people who know absolutely nothing about firearms, with the exception of the fact that they have the highest crime rates in all the blue cities. blue cities or whatever, the liberal-run cities. Let's talk Biden expected. This is by CNN Politics. I'm going to just read it straight from here. This kind of shit just fires me up. Biden expected to announce a new...
It fires you up, yet you don't overthrow a tyrannical government. Nobody has the balls to overthrow a tyrannical government. Nobody. Me, you, everybody else. Nobody has the balls. Oh man, it's nothing more. It's going to spark a whole new call for civil war and all that kind of stuff. We got to tell the politicians to stop. We got to go out there and put boots on the ground and peacefully protest. My gosh. That's some pansy bullshit.
New gun regulation eyes on new ATF nominee. All right, so President Biden, huge announcement. Expected to announce new firearm regulations as soon as Monday, meant to contain the use of privately made weapons. People familiar with the matter said as he comes under pressure to take more steps to address gun violence. You know how you address gun violence? Put the fuckers in jail, okay? Quit with the bull.
No, you take care of business by getting violent. Use violence for good. You take care of their fucking selves. You take care of their fucking asses. You kick some ass. You get violent. You use violence for good. You take care of business. Pure and simple. That's how you get shit done. But no, you want to put them in jail and then perpetuate the definition of insanity, drag the problem on, and lo and behold, they get out of jail and then they do the same crime all over again. It's the same thing with drug dealers, drug addicts, all that kind of stuff like that. Even shoplifters. You put them in jail for, I don't know, 6 months to a year, maybe longer, and they're still going to do the same shit that they got in trouble for. That's perpetuating the definition of insanity. My gosh.
Bullshit of going after people who legally own firearms. That's the whole thing. No one should be allowed to own a firearm as long as these assholes are concerned. Chaps my rear end.
Yeah, it chaps your rear end. Yeah, I don't believe that.
The regulation of so-called gust guns, unregulated, untraceable weapons made from kits with classified components used to make them like frames or receivers as firearms, addressing a critical gap in the government's ability to track them. Again, now we're going to go back to an ATF nominee who knows nothing about the firearm industry. Biden is also expected to name Steve Dettelbach, a former U.S. attorney from Ohio, as his nominee to lead the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives as soon as Monday. Nominate the jackass, dude. Why don't you put somebody in charge at ATF who knows a little bit about the industry, not somebody who's anti-gun or work for an anti-gun lobby?
Because that's not a part of their narrative. They don't want anybody who knows anything about firearms. They want yes men. They want yes women who are going to placate to their master's whim, their will, do whatever the powers that be wants them to do. If that means to murder innocent people like they did to Duncan Lemp and Gary Willis, they're going to do it. The only way you stop that is if you use your guns, use violence for good, shoot law enforcement, even the federal agents trying to confiscate your firearms. That's how you get shit done. You want change? Well, that's how you get shit done.
But just somebody with good sense. Let's see here. Putting pressure on the White House to take action. Biden was expected to address new steps on guns in a public event Monday afternoon, according to the people who have received invitations. David Hogg. The White House declined to comment on the new steps, which is going to be an interference on your rights as a human being in this country. Dettelbach did not respond to the request for comment.
See, that's the thing, NG. It seems like people in the 2A community, it's nothing more. I'm just in it to save my own sorry ass. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. I'm only in it to save my sorry ass. I don't care about other people's rights. Look what happened to Sean Rowe. Look what happened to Duncan Lemp and Gary Willis. Look what happened in New Orleans. Look what happened in Waco and Ruby Ridge.
And Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the United States more, again decried the use of ghost guns during the press conference. Somebody down below, put down below what percentage of ghost guns are used in the effort to commit a crime. Does that make sense? The New York Democrat on Sunday blamed Republicans for holding up gun reform legislation. No, they're not holding up gun reform legislation. At least some people are out there to try to protect our Second Amendment rights. You jack son of a... Today I'm calling on the administration to go after all ghost guns by putting out... And let's be honest, man, we knew it's just a matter of time before the ghost guns were going to come under attack. That's just like the damn short reset triggers. As far as I know, I heard from a little bird that, yes, they did go after individual purchasers' information, but the company told them to go beat sand without a warrant.
Dude, there's a secret gun registry going, in the works. It's been in the works for decades now. What do you think they do with the 4473 forms and even the concealed handgun permit applications? That's what they do. They're using that information that you signed those 4473 forms and the concealed handgun permits applications. They use that as a secret gun registry to go after you when the biggest gun confiscation raids in the history of U.S. begins. Rest assured. Guess who they're going to go after first? The concealed handgun permit carriers, which means me.
Following the 2021 directive, and I'll get more information on that tomorrow, Biden administrator, the ATF proposed a rule in May last year to allow the Bureau to classify the building of blocks that often made up ghost guns as firearms. Well, here's my concern. They're not only going to go after ghost guns. They're going to go after parts, upper receiver parts, anything and everything that they can, because they're going to classify those as ghost gun parts.
You forgot single shot rifles, pump action, semi-automatic shotguns, revolvers, 22 LR caliber firearms. You forgot lever action rifles, all that kind of stuff. You think they're trying to go after your AR-15s and your 30-round magazines that goes along with your AR-15s? Man, boy, you got a lot to learn about the real world.
And with the bill series that we just finished up on, that's what I feel like they're going to be doing. The rule would also require manufacturers who sell parts to assemble ghost guns to be licensed and run background checks on potential purchasers of the kits used to assemble the products. Kits, anything and everything out there, okay? And they're not so far saying that, say, for instance, if you have an upper receiver from Palmetto State Army or Primary Arms or Optics Planet or anybody else out there, they're going to make those a licensed part, but they want to. The Justice Department has also launched a National Ghost Gun Enforcement Initiative, which will train a national cadre of prosecutors. Hold on 1 second. Getting all geared up, man. Ghost guns have been used.
Yeah, you're getting all geared up. I see that, but yet you're not willing to use violence for good. And you're probably one of those people who says, well, why don't we just use the Second Amendment for its intended purposes? But all you rather do is be peaceful. What a crock of shit. What a crock of shit.
In multiple recent shootings, including a Maryland high school in January. Exact number in circulation is unknowable. How are you going to figure that out? Multiple states have moved to restrict. Maryland, Washington, D.C., 10 other states, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Virginia, and Washington. At the point in time when Virginia did this, of course, their governor was a freaking Democrat. In September, Biden withdrew.
Yeah, and by the way, since you brought up Virginia, got to say, how did the Lobby Day rally 2020, how did that stop the red flag law and the one handgun per month law from passing and going into effect on July 1st, 2020? You're not answering. Probably because I'm right and you're wrong. You can peacefully protest all you want, but still, once again, of course, I have to say this once again. Power does what it wants. What part of that do you not understand? Jesus Christ.
His not.
Oh, I can't say the Lord's name in vain. I got to respect people's feelings. I got to respect people's wishes. Fuck off.
Nomination David Chipman. We all know why. And Chipman, a former career official at the ATF, came under scrutiny.
Sorry. Yeah, we get it. David Chipman. He wasn't nominated to be the director of ATF because he's a punk ass bitch, and just like some other people. And I'm just gonna tell like it is. Everybody in this country's talking shit. It doesn't matter if you're a conservative or a liberal. You're talking shit. Oh, I'm so sick and tired of the coronavirus restrictions. I'm so sick and tired of the restrictions on guns and all that. You can say that all you want. You can, but it ain't gonna change a damn thing.
Say, for instance, if you have an upper receiver from Palmetto State Army or Primary Arms or Optics Planet or anybody else out there, they're going to make those a licensed partner. They want to. The Justice Department has also launched the National Ghost Gun Enforcement Initiative, which will train a national cadre of prosecutors. Hold on one second. Getting all geared up, man. Ghost guns have been used in multiple recent.
Yeah, you all geared up, huh? You ain't that geared up if you ain't gonna overthrow a tyrannical government. It's nothing more than a vicious cycle. You enable and embolden the politicians to violate your rights. Every time every time you redraw those lines, you just embolden them, you enable them to violate your rights. And you fall for that same old trick, hook, line, and sinker.
Shootings, including a Maryland high school in January. Exact number of circulation is unknowable. How are you going to figure that out? Multiple states have moved to restrict. Maryland, Washington, D.C., 10 other states, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Virginia, and Washington. At the point in time when Virginia did this, of course, their governor was a freaking Democrat. In September, Biden withdrew his nomination, David Chipman.
And once again, how did peacefully protesting stop the one handgun per month law and the red flag law from passing and going into effect on July 1st, 2020? As I recall, it didn't stop shit. So again, this perpetuating the definition of insanity, this bullshit that you got to pick and choose the lesser of two evils bullshit. No. When you do that, you're still choosing evil. Point blank. He is. He is a big part of the problem. Him and guns and gadgets.
We all know why. And Chipman, a former career official at the ATF, came under scrutiny from pro-rights. I love this. National Rifle Association for his work as senior advisor. Every town for gun safety in Giffords. Organization. Anyway, let's long story short, guys. Tomorrow, a huge announcement. Oh my God. I could give a shit. Going to continue doing what we're doing, having fun, building crap, and going out. And
Wait. Hold on for a second.
Was a freaking Democrat. In September, Biden withdrew his nomination, David Chipman. We all know why. And Chipman, a former career official at the ATF, came under scrutiny from pro-rights. I love this. National Rifle Association for his work as senior advisor. Every town for gun safety in Giffords. Organization. Anyway, let's long story short, guys. Tomorrow, a huge announcement. Oh my God. I could give a shit.
Obviously, you made a video about it. You gave a shit. You cared all that. You care so much, but really, you don't care. You don't care well enough to go the distance, to go all the way, to use violence for good, to overthrow a tyrannical government. Guess who you're going to fight? Guess who you're going to fight? I'll tell you who. The cops, the feds, the military. That's who you're going to fight. My gosh. No, I don't care. You care, dude. You care.
We continue doing what we're doing, having fun, building crap, and going out and showing you guys how much fun it is. With that being said, we always end them like this. Let me know what your thoughts are down below about this situation. Big, huge announcement, Biden and gun control. No shit, right? God bless America. God bless those men, women in uniform, 24/7 for our freedoms.
Guess who those men and women in uniform are going to do? They're going to take your guns. The cops, the feds, the military. I can only imagine what the U.S. Marines, we all know what the National Guard is capable of doing because they pulled that bullshit in New Orleans in 2005. I can only imagine what the U.S. Army is capable of when it comes to gun confiscation orders. My gosh. I have a feeling that they will participate in those raids too, NG. I believe that. I believe Guns and Gadgets and Cody Boy 32 Tactical will participate in gun confiscation raids. And before anybody says some bullshit and falsely assumes that I have, a mental illness because I am free to defend myself, to protect my rights, defend my freedom, and protect and defend other people's rights and freedoms. If that means I got to shoot the cops and the feds or who else who follows unconstitutional gun control laws and unconstitutional gun confiscation orders, sorry, your ass deserves to get shot. Point blank. If you as a cop, you follow unconstitutional gun confiscation orders, you do realize that red flag laws, it's a sure way to get your ass killed or other people killed. Man, some people might as well just look at some other things too. Mills Backbone Joe doing some range training. I like to watch this video. I don't know, guys. I'm just waiting for the gun confiscation raids to begin. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Back in 1957, Townsend Whalen said, only
Midway USA commercial barrel blank fitting. Awesome. It's never ending with these folks. It's nothing more. The problem's going to be dragged on and on and on and on and on. It is what it is. If they want to perpetuate the definition of insanity, let them. They'll learn soon enough that they're going to believe that violence is going to bring about change. They're going to learn pretty fast. I'm sure someone's going to say, oh, well, you're a Fed instigator. That's Fed talk. Shut the fuck up. If you're not willing to go the distance to overthrow a tyrannical government and say, first of all, if you talk about overthrowing a tyrannical government on YouTube or Facebook, that's all it is. It's nothing but talk. Nothing but talk. But you don't have the balls to overthrow said tyrannical government, which we have. Which leads me to believe that you're not going to shoot an intruder. What the fuck have you done? Seriously, those people who prefer peacefully protesting, man, that's some pansy ass bullshit. Really, it is.
Accurate rifles are in. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. This is where you're going to get Second Amendment news every single day. If you want to stay in the know, hit that subscribe button down below. Like the video and share it so more people see it. And let's get into this Sunday little update that I have for you. I've been hearing whispers and chirps, but it appears that this is actually going to happen tomorrow. The Biden administration, Joe Biden, almost a year to the day from his Rose Garden speech on gun control, he will be having another speech tomorrow on gun violence reduction, and this could be the one we've been anticipating. He's called all of his cronies to Washington, to include Senator Murphy from Connecticut, as well as the twerp David Hogg, that one that was in Parkland, but he wasn't in the school, but he was there, and he's a survivor.
Yeah, it's already been proven that David Hogg is nothing but a crisis actor. You don't have to tell me anything about that. He wasn't there at the Parkland shooting. He's a crisis actor. That's just the way it is. It's the truth. David Hogg, you're a punk ass bitch. Just I could care less. If you walked into incoming traffic and you got hit, I could care less about you. Yep, tag from my cold dead hands. You all can sit around and say, well, looks like the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Who do you think whose blood is refreshing the tree of liberty more than anything else? Certainly not the blood of tyrants. It's the blood of patriots refreshing more than the blood of tyrants, refreshing the tree of liberty right now. But here we are, we're still talking about, oh, we'll just get out there, put boots on the ground and peacefully protest. And then, of course, some fucking dumbass, oh my gosh, some freaking dumbass wants to say, no, you have the mumbles, all that bullshit, says I have a mental illness. Really, if I had a mental illness and I checked yes if I have a mental illness, and yes I've been involuntary or voluntary institutionalized, would I be a gun owner? I highly doubt that.
Even though he wasn't there. Yeah, that dude. So tomorrow is going to be a big announcement at the White House, and from what I'm hearing, there's a very strong chance, hasn't been verified yet, but I'm being told that's what's going to happen. Very strong chance that tomorrow will be the new rule, the published rule on ghost guns, 80% lowers, frame receiver redefining, and potentially parts of the modular suppressors, Form 1 suppressors.
And of course, don't forget the FRT triggers, because the ATF doesn't like people that have FRT triggers. Solvent traps, of course, like you said, 80% lowers, and They don't like people having bump stocks and suppressors, silencers, whatever. They don't like people having auto key cards and, oh my gosh.
I've heard some details and stuff about what is in there. I'll tell you that the rule is over 300 pages for a rule, 300 pages. And we're going to hear about it tomorrow from what I'm told. Now, I'm trying to get the president's schedule for tomorrow. It's not published yet. I'm trying to get an advanced copy. And I will carry that speech live on my channel here. If you want to stay in the know, you want to watch it, subscribe, and make sure you toggle the bell notification to all notifications. It will let you know when I go live. Once I see what's going on, I will do it. Chances are I will find out maybe last minute. So just stay up to date with the channel or check your notifications and stuff like that, because I'll go live as soon as it happens, because I think this is going to be a bad one.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. It's going to be a bad one. My gosh, these people are so driven by fear. They're driven by fear, basically. Oh, it's going to be a bad one, folks. Let's get out there and buy so much ammo and all that stuff, and don't worry about people like, I don't know, other gun owners and all that. Let's just hoard all the ammo. Bro, people are going to be in the social credit score system. Driving Tesla by 2030 still with, and there's Tesla. That's how sick those Patriots are. Yes, they are. I'm not a big fan of electric cars anyways.
Further infringements on the only amendment that says shall not be infringed. So tomorrow could be the ghost guns, the frame receiver.
Really? That's the only amendment that says shall not be infringed? Let's do some research here. The First Amendment, Amendment 1 to the United States Constitution, prevents the government from making laws that regulate an establishment of religion or that prohibit the free exercise of religion or abridge the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of assembly, or the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. It was adopted on December 15th, 1791. Is that 91? Yeah, it's 91. As one of the not 10 Commandments. I was thinking about 10 Commandments for some reason. As one of the 10 amendments that constitute the Bill of Rights. So, in other words, it pretty much doesn't say it directly, but it pretty much says shall not be infringed. My gosh.
Defining Form 1 modular suppressors, and potentially the new nominee for the ATF director. I've heard like a video I did on that already floating above. I've heard that might be held, that notification, that announcement, until Police Week next month, a couple weeks away. But
Police Week, guys. Police Week. Oh, let's just look forward to Police Week next month. Whatever.
Needs a perceived victory, and coming fresh off the heels of Ketanji Brown Jackson being confirmed in the Senate to be the next Supreme Court justice, he wants this as his 1-2 punch. So I wouldn't put it past him. That's what I got. I wish I had definitives for you, but the people who I get stuff from that are in the know Can't give definitives currently, but they're really leaning towards this happening. But there is definitely an event happening tomorrow about gun violence reduction, and I'll have it live on the channel. So subscribe down below if you haven't already. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, because that's what the Second Amendment is for, not for hunting goats, deers, Tyrannosaurus Rex, or anything else. Take care, y'all.
Well, see, they're not Billy. They're not willing to go the distance. They're not willing to use violence for good because, in my opinion, saying you will not comply, that's one thing, but actually not complying by using lethal or non-lethal force, because a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you can't defend yourself against a cop." Yes, you can. You can. And with these red flag laws, like I keep saying, it's a sure way for people and the cops to get themselves killed. I'm just waiting for it. And I'm going to be there to say, I told you so. And I'm going to say to the cops, well, you bit off more than you can chew. Don't write a check your ass can't cash. Now, I'm saying that to the cops. If you want to follow red flag laws, you better be willing to point and shoot, because there's some people you're going to mess with the wrong ones. And believe me, you don't want to be on the receiving end of those wrong ones. You better be careful what you wish for. That goes for the ATF and the FBI. Be careful what you wish for. Don't write a check your asses can't cash. And the people who could, just lick the cops' boots, you have something to say about that? Okay, say it to me. Don't be a cop bootlicker. Could you imagine 50 million people doing that and it's spreading like wildfire? I seriously doubt it. They can hardly do anything right now because the Patriots, quote and unquote patriots, are too scared to go out there and protest because of what happened on January 6th. And they have the fucking gall to sit there and say, "Oh, well, January 6th was an insurrection." No, fucking wasn't. It wasn't a fucking insurrection. All I saw was a bunch of fucking idiots from the right and the left, and a bunch of freaking fuds and Fed instigators starting the bullshit.
All right, guys, KB32 here. Check it out. We're sitting here in the Freedom Office. And one of the things I wanted to do was talk about this thing made in China. Right now is a very unique time in our history where we are seeing the country of China actually taking sides with the Russians and a couple other things. But this video stems from the fact that when I was putting that guy right there together last week, one of the guys mentioned in a comment, it's like, "KB, I can't believe that you're promoting stuff made in China." And the case is that my response was that I don't really recall going, "Yay, China," or "We're promoting this because it comes from China." And then, unfortunately, in today's age, if you are a YouTube reviewer,
you also forgot YouTube reviewer, but also YouTuber who goes straight into politics. You forgot that part. Just had to correct you there.
Review products So if you are interested in things that are made in China, that it's regardless of the fact. Okay, so anyway, what I'm getting at is that you have something like this. This is the Holosun. This is the 406, whatever it is. 50. No, God, I can't see. I'm blind as a bat. 5530G with the ACSS reticle. All right, this guy right here, made in China. I'm not promoting the fact that it's made in China. You'll always know where it was made. It's up to you to make that decision of whether or not you want to purchase this thing, okay? However, with that being said, with today's world, and unfortunately in today's world, a totally ridiculous amount of items in what we deal with are made in China. One of which is probably...
You know, it amazes me that people bitch and complain about things being made in China, but yet they don't make their own businesses. What's up with that? You know, that's whatever. Wow. Just wow. Wow. Oh, Billy, you better not say that to certain someone. Scarface. Oh, you got mumble. I have to mumble. Sorry. Yeah, bad people feeling, man. You got bad people feeling, and completely disavow people's rights. You gotta respect people's feelings and wishes, while at the same time you disavow people's rights. That's what Scarface Owens does. He likes to disavow people's rights. Whatever happened to the idea, that this country is an unruly country? What happened to that? What happened? What happened? I gotta know. Oh, the apocalyptic Ben 3311 uploaded a video. I gotta listen to this.
There's no rights here, only privileges. This is behavior modification. You do the right thing that they ask you to do, you get rewarded. You do the wrong thing, there's a consequence they take. And they're going to keep taking because all you have is privileges. America never had rights, only privileges. Behavioral modification 101.
Man, the apocalyptic Ben 3311 speaks the truth. When you do the right thing, you get rewarded. When you do the wrong thing, well, my gosh. Once again, Ben, you're exactly right.
Do I think there's a way to beat these guys? Not the way you think. When the government decides to change the laws on magazines, rare breed triggers, which are phenomenal, and I hope they don't change that law, you're going to walk around with your AR hanging from you and your vest on. You're talking so tough about this 2A stuff. We're going to do this and do that. They come to try to take our guns. You might as well drive loops around Washington, D.C. You get the exact same result from that. You aren't going to do shit, and I know that. Nonsense. I call nonsense. Have a good night.
Truth. 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 Truth, man. That's the absolute truth. You 2A advocates, you ain't going to do anything. You ain't going to do anything. You can keep on saying, oh, going to be civil war, guys. You ain't going to do a goddamn thing. Oh, I cussed again. Oh, man. Oh, I got to respect people. You know, got to respect people's wishes. Woo! But by the way, I was making fun of Scarface owns since he wants to make fun of me. Oh, God, bad people feeling. Yeah, bad people feeling. Y'all don't get it, do you? Y'all really don't. You just don't. What you all say, when is enough enough? Prime example. Here's another one. Nope, he deleted them. He deleted them. Who's live streams? Y'all need to get y'all just it would be nice to figure out, you know, if you guys can figure something out. Because what are you going to do when the cops come to your doorstep and they have the intention to use lethal force on you? If you don't turn, you know, give them your firearms, what are you going to do then? Huh? What are you going to do? Most of you, I'm pretty sure most of those people who talk a big game about civil war, you know, who call themselves pro Second Amendment supporters, but most pro guns guy, pro gun rights guys and girls, they're cop bootlickers.
Usually out middle fucking days at work. Christy, I need you to get some pussy. I'm telling Christy to give him some pussy. He's like wanting her to go get him some pussy somewhere. Funniest shit ever.
Righteous dim troll. Yeah, they would. They would hand them over because they're submissive. They support the idea of comfort. They rather live in peaceful slavery, and I prefer to live in dangerous freedom. You NG and I, we prefer to live in dangerous freedom. While even Freedom Inc. prefers to live in dangerous freedom. While everybody else, they prefer, no, we gotta be submissive, guys. We gotta, we gotta be spanked by the freaking big government. Yeah, the gun tubers do all that. They bitch about things and then about certain laws that are being, reviewed in the House, the Senate, whatever you want to call it. But then they're not willing to go the distance. I'm like, what the frig, dude? Yeah, they protect them. They protect them with their fully automatic firearms, their artillery. I just don't. I don't get it, really. I don't get it. I mean, I get the fact that people in this country, they're pussies. Just to let some of you know, besides NG and Billy and other people who are loyal to me and I'm loyal to them, if you subscribe to my channel and you don't like what I say, then something tells me I'm saying the right things. Actually, I am saying the right things. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to speak the truth. The moment show signs of, sorry, the moment I show signs of freedom in the mind, and it just shows, that's when people are scared of that freedom. People are scared of the freedom that I have, that I choose not to take sides. People are scared of the fact that I say that freedom is nothing more than illusion. So you mean to tell me that this country is so star-spangled free to the point that you signed 4473 forms just to beg permission, the government permission to be armed? And you beg the government permission to get concealed carry permits? You call that freedom? Whatever forms one is, that too. And you beg the government permission to get a permit peacefully protest. You beg the government permission to add on to your own properties to get a permit to do all that bullshit. Oh, the suppressor form. You beg permission to get the suppressor form, to sign it out, own one. You beg the government permission to get a permit to own a fully automatic firearm. You call that freedom? On top of that, we're being taxed all to hell. You call that freedom? That's not freedom. And watch, someone's going to bitch about me talking about all this shit. Someone like the mumbler. Oh, it's all about freedom. Someone's going to bitch about it. What I say. I don't care.
There's no right.
Gotta watch that again.
There's no rights here, only privileges. This is behavior modification. You do the right thing that they ask you to do, you get rewarded. You do the wrong thing, there's a consequence they take. And they're going to keep taking. Because
when you give them basically what the apocalyptic Ben 33:11 is saying, that when you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And that's been going on for years. And yet they still don't come to my channel. It is hard to find my channel. Damn near impossible. Yeah, he is awesome. Like, he speaks the truth. Which reminds me. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. Yes, I saw his video. I agree with him.
I'm a big boy. I'm a patriot. A patriot. I'm a patriot because I asked Big Daddy government for permission. He says I'm okay. I do paperwork. I do paperwork 4473. Paperwork 4473 means you free. You are free to buy a pew pew. It goes pew pew. It's a pew pew. Goes pew pew. Get rid of bad guys. I asked government permission, and he say yes. I have pew poo pew pew. The government says yes. I can have pew pew. But it's okay because I got pay. I got pay money. Pay money, the monopoly money. I pay monopoly money, and then they give me paper that says CCW concealed weapons permit, cause we're free. I'm free to do it as I'm told. I'm free to do as I told. The pew pews are so loud. They're so loud. I ask government again for permission, and I pay him $200 tax stamp. I pay $200 tax stamp, and he says you can have things that make pew pew quiet. It goes pew pew instead of pew pew. Government says I have to wait, and I pay him, but it's okay. It's okay, cause we free. We lick boots because we free. We suck the boots. We put it deep in our throats and go cause we're free. I'm free to lick your boot, and I'm free to ask for your permission. I guess that's how Zombie Farmer would sound, and any other stooge out there that's honestly believes they are free when they're filling out forms 4473, going through background checks.
I didn't feel free when I had to go through the background check when I bought my first gun in June 2018. I didn't feel free when I actually had to sign the 4473 form. I certainly didn't feel free when I had to beg the government permission to sign that concealed handgun permit application. I didn't feel free.
Paying tax stamps, getting permission to protect what is theirs. If you support background checks, if you support anything that is repugnant to the Constitution, to our 2A, which is not a right but a restriction, you are a FUD bootlicking turd.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean Zombie Farmer. Yeah, I'm just going to say it all. Zombie Farmer, Guns and Gadgets, the Borosaurus Rex, T-Rex Arms.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there? Any of you fucking turds that are making a business through FFLs or permits or tax stamps or training, you guys are perpetuating the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know something?
That's the truth. They are perpetuating the problem. That's the truth.
So I just want to do a little quick one here. You see that? Used to represent life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But now, this symbol and its people that love to support this symbol, this is now a symbol of corporate greed. It is about policies, dictates, and mandates. And this is what I feel. Let's make sure we get this thing nice coated on there. Rub it in there real good. Get on the underside too. Yeah. Well, America's dead, buddies. America's been dead.
Yeah, you're right, NG. America's been dead. Been dead since it began. I know there's going to be people saying, "Oh, well, that's not true. You don't know what you're talking about, Red." Well, it's the truth. America has been dead. Everybody talks about, oh, well, the prices back in the 1940s was much more feasible than it is today. Well, look what happened.
Hey, just gotta ask.
Man.
tried, and I've tried even more. I've cried, and I can't recall what for. I pressed, I pushed, I yelled, I begged in hopes of some success. The inevitable fact is that it never will impress. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have run dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, the more fucks I've tried to get. I'm over my fuck budget, and I'm now in fucking debt. I strive to get everything done.
I'll be all right. I'm not brainwashed like a bunch of the conservatives and liberals, Billy. I'm not brainwashed. Not one bit. I actually think for myself, I think that's the biggest problem. I think that's the biggest problem that people like, Zombie Farmer, Guns Coast, Guns, Guns and Gadgets, and Coded Boy 32 Tactical, Scarface owns, and Spencer Carter. People like that, they're scared of people having different opinions. They're scared of people showing signs of freedom in the mind when they don't take sides, when they don't fall for the same old divide and conquer tactics. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. Guys like Guns and Gadgets, they just perpetuate the problem. That's all they do. Speaking of which,
What the hell is happening in America? We still don't have common sense gun control. That's why.
we still don't have common sense gun control. We still don't have common sense gun control, guys. We don't have common sense gun control. My gosh. And of course, he deleted my comment. Oh, you're welcome.
Look what happened this past weekend. 2 tragic shootings, one in an Oneida casino near Green Bay, Wisconsin, another in New Orleans, Louisiana. When will this un-American nightmare stop? President Joe Biden is still right. The mass shootings in America is an epidemic.
Spencer Carter, are you fucking retarded? Are you retarded?
The United States of America still needs a dire gun control reform. A very strict one. Don't take my words out of context. Don't censor me, you pro-GOP, pro-NRA freaks.
This coming from the freak who's just talking shit about things he knows nothing about. Wow. Just wow.
Great Britain has strict gun laws. Why not America?
Because we're the freaking United States of America. We kicked the British's ass. We kicked the British asses back in the American Revolutionary War. Remember that? We kicked their asses. And thus, a country was born out of that. We have something called basic human rights, the right to keep and bear arms, the right to freedom of speech, all that kind of stuff. My gosh.
Tell me, just like Jim Acosta said that Fox News is the bullshit factory, I call the NRA as the bullshit factory as well. In the words of Emma Gonzalez, we call BS. BS mean bullshit.
All right, Emma Gonzalez, just like David Hogg, they're nothing more than crisis actors. They weren't there at the school shooting in Parkland, Florida, whatever that school was. they weren't there at the school when the shooting happened.
Pardon my French once again, don't censor me. If I were you, tell your elected officials, I'm tired of the tragic mass shootings in America. We demand common sense gun control.
I demand that you have some fucking common sense and realize that people have rights. And the thing is, it amazes me that liberals say, oh, well, you hide behind the 2A, yet they hide behind the 1A and say a bunch of bullshit.
Common sense gun laws right now. If they don't listen, vote them out in the next election. Voting does matter. Common sense.
No, apparently voting doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't work. It's a botched and rigged system. It is. Protesting doesn't work. If tell me something, if protesting is to enact change, then it would work. But it doesn't all the time. It doesn't work.
We want safety back. Common sense American safety back.
So you rather trade in essential liberty for a little bit of security?
Get rid of the new normal. We want common sense back. Completely. The United States of America got to do better than this. America needs to do better than this. End gun violence. Enough is enough. Sorry, NRA, you can cry and complain all you want. America needs a dire gun control reform right now.
I wish the government would actually have some kind of reform for idiots like you, Spencer Carter. Oh, man.
America needs a dire gun control reform right now. I'm Spencer Carter. That's my special commentary. Happy Monday morning.
Happy Monday morning, guys. See what else. I got nothing, anything. But if they want to perpetuate the definition of insanity, by all means. If you all want to get killed in these red flag raids, you patriots, by all means. I mean, it's your life. I mean, if, in my opinion, that's like, you just watch as the cops confiscate your firearms. That's the same as watching your wives and girlfriends getting fucked, and you're nothing but cuckolds. Real freaking talk. Real freaking talk. My gosh. I gotta go to bed. I'll see y'all later. Oh, by the way, before someone wants to record this, just know that I'm gonna come back and say that you're a freaking idiot, and you want to make fun of me in the process. By all means, do what you got to do. Yeah, I don't like bootlickers either, NG. But y'all have a good day. Well, yeah, it's a good day anyways. See y'all.